The CBSL released a media communique yesterday highlighting that they only granted the approval for the transfer of investment properties and subsidiaries of ETI Finance upon being satisfied that all possible steps to assess the sources of funds were taken, and at no point of time extended its assistance to an investor to buy the assets of ETIF. The communique went on to say that the CBSL was not able to obtain credible information pertaining to the involvement of an internationally blacklisted entity in the transaction at the time of granting approval or at the time of receiving funds in tranches. In the case of Swarnamahal Financial Services PLC, the CBSL noted that conditional approval was granted by the Monetary Board of CBSL for a separate proposal submitted by the company. The CBSL added that if in the event the current buyer is unable to infuse the balance $5 million, ETIF would retain SFSP. However, ETIF is already considering alternatives for reviving SFSP. The CBSL reiterated that proceeds of the already concluded part of the $54 million transaction was utilized to repay 20% of the depositors, amounting to 6.4 billion rupees, and that all funds were directly received by ETIF. CBSL noted that it had at no time received any funds involved in this transaction, as mentioned in the article in question. It added that the transaction was between ETIF and Blue Summit Capital Management Pte Limited, and CBSL was involved to ensure that there was a reasonable valuation from the perspective of the depositors. Meanwhile, leader of the National Freedom Front, MP Vimal Weerawansa, says that chairman of Laika Mobile Subhaskar Naliraja, who allegedly laundered money and financed the LTTE, is now buying companies and assets in Sri Lanka. In a letter addressed to the CBSL, Weerawansa went on to say that it is the responsibility of the regulator to unveil further information pertaining to the businessman's transactions. Weerawansa added that the trust placed on CBSL has been demolished by allowing such persons to buy companies like EAP Group of companies to the tune of $75 million. The letter went on to say that the transaction is illegal and violates rules and regulations, as a foreign investor cannot hold a media license.